Hello, Closet Core Patterns. How are you, Judith?
I'm good, Mansi. How are you?
Very good, very good. Today we're going to talk to you about our favorite tools. We chose 5.
I think I have 6.
You have 6, okay.
I could have had 12. We had to stop at one point.
Yeah.
But
so tell us about your favorite tool. What's your most favorite? Or you don't have a super favorite?
No, I think I do. Oh, it's hard. I'll say my pen for marking. So instead of having a marking chalk, I love using one like this that has a little chalk in it, but it's like really precise, so I can really mark if I have to add like 1/8 of an inch or a couple of millimeters. I can really put my things precisely, so that's, and I don't get my hands full of chalk, which I hate. So this is my #1 little marking tool.
Because you like sewing with black.
At home, yes, as you can see. But at work, they never let me sew with black.
That's why you don't like to get your chalk hands.
Yeah, but they have other colors if you're doing, but usually white works on everything except white, but you can usually use it on most.
Yeah. So I would say my favorite tool is this felt ruler. It's used for pressing hems.
Yep.
It's like, I just love it. Whenever I have to like hem a blouse or a pair of pants, I just like put it there, fold the fabric, measure in my ruler, and press. You don't like my tool?
I don't like that tool at all because because of the felt, the fabric doesn't move freely on it. So when you have to move it a little, because instead of being at 1/2 inch, you're like at 5/8. So you have to move it like this, and it drives me nuts. And it has a width to it, so you're not like super precise. You have like maybe 1/16.
1/16 of an inch of width.
Yeah, but the worst is because the fabric doesn't move freely on it. It drives me nuts. I prefer to use that little tool, which is a measuring gauge. I have problems saying that. You have all the measures that you usually use in sewing. So like 1/2 inch, 1 1/4. You have 1/8, 1/4. So I find it easier to just fold my fabric, measure, and press, and going like that.
Well, in this one, you can measure up to 2.5 inches, and you have all this length to press. So you just move it slowly.
Yeah, but still, I like mine.
It's okay. We can be different and love each other.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, my next favorite tool, like this is like one I feel like deep in my heart. I like every time I hold it in my hand and I feel the weight and I'm about to trim a piece of thread or a notch or something, is this one. This pair of scissors is like,
it's true. I like it too.
It's just like the perfect weight. I hate those tiny ones. Like, and also it has a cap. We just don't have the cap here because it got lost, but it has a red cap, and you can protect the pin, like the tip of your scissors, and you can place it in my next favorite tool, and it gets attached. It's just delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah. This is your favorite tool?
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
You prefer it over the others?
Over the other scissors to cut
Tiny
little
scissors,
threads,
like
yes, I do. I do prefer it. Except I always lose the cap and I drop them on the floor.
Oh.
But I have to be more careful.
No, yeah. I keep the cap, but the one my pair at home has the red cap. Yeah.
My next tool is this one, but Mansi's gonna say the name because I'm not able to.
It's a Budkin.
A
Budkin.
Budkin. So this one is really great to take when you have cords that you want to go through, like the blouse here, or elastic when you want to put them at how do you call that?
The sleeve hem.
The sleeve hem. And you can just take the little. It's like when you're cooking, you know, those little tuk tuk. Yeah. So you can just grab it like this and then you have this little loop that goes down, and it's really grabbed there, so you can then go through. And elastic, you can on
the channel.
Yeah, every channel you can go through. I love that tool.
Yeah. I love that tool
Like
too.
this.
And sometimes if you're like passing a wide tape or something, like if you're passing a wide elastic, you can put one on the top and one on the bottom, and that way you don't lose the directionality. Because I hate when it turns around in the channel and
it's true.
You saw the back of the waist, and then if you put two, one in the top, and they sell them in pairs. Yeah, you can find them in pairs. Cool.
So I really like this one.
So my next favorite tool is a long measuring tape. So in many places, they sell measuring tapes that are only 60 inches long.
So it's not long enough.
It's not long enough for me, dude. Like, I cannot measure my body properly.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Of course. I never thought about that. Of course.
Yeah. So these ones are 120 inches. So it's perfect for all those needs of
That's
like
amazing.
your curvy friends. It's just a gift. It's just a gift to have this in your house and have someone come and measure themselves and be like, this is going to be enough for anyone who comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one trick I can give you guys that I learned not long ago and I hadn't realized is every time you use it, after a couple of years, they stretch. So you have to change them. I wouldn't say every year, but regularly, because by manipulating them, they kind of stretch with time, and it's like this kind of plastic, or I don't know. So you have to check them.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen our video for measuring yourself correctly, I came up with a nice hack that you can like use a pin to like measure yourself and your dimensions on your own. So go check that one out. What's your next favorite tool, Judith?
My next one is this little stay tape that you can iron on. I put it everywhere. Like if you're sewing this fabric that, let's say like a viscose dress, and you end up cutting on the bias on the sides and everything starts warping, you just put that before and you stick it on, and it's gonna stay the shape. For sewing zippers, you can use that. For
it's fusible.
Yes, it's fusible. So you just have to put it on your fabric and heat it with your iron. You can put it on your necklines, and I put it everywhere because usually when I do the samples, I'll make a couple of it at a time, so the fabric gets moved a lot and it can warp a little. So I like to put this stay tape that's fusible. You can also, if you want, cut pieces, but this one is like so easy to use.
Especially like I love sewing with it too, even if I don't move my project around. But especially if you're moving your projects around, it helps.
And with
really,
knits,
really a
it's
lot.
amazing.
Yeah. It makes knits super stable.
Yeah.
When I was making that video for the necklines, the neck bands for knits, it was like it made all the difference. Yeah. Hems, bindings.
Yeah. No, I love that one.
Use it. Yeah. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Between these two, I'm gonna choose this one because I have my magnetic pin cushion at home. This is a magnetic pin cushion that you can also get at Curl Fabrics, and I love putting my pins with the head out. I hate having crooked pins, so I also have a little glass bottle where I put them, and when it's full, I take it to the pharmacy. Don't put your pins in the trash. Yeah, I just love it. If the pins fall in the floor, you just pass it around, and
that's
it's
amazing.
gonna pick them up. I also keep there my scissors and my seam ripper. Like everything is held. I don't have to worry about like looking for things around. Yeah,
that's great. I have my next one is owl. Is it
all?
Always have the owl.
Same.
I love it because sometimes when I have my pattern, I forgot to mark a circle. I can just go poke through my pattern paper, my paper pattern.
Yeah.
And when I'm turning like a corner on the little necklines, when I turn it, I can just grab like the little corner to make it.
She likes to live dangerously.
Me no.
See?
No, because I like just to you know, if you have like a little piece here and you can just grab it like that.
She grabs threads with it all.
Well, that's the way I
better
like to
than
do
the seam
it.
ripper, I guess.
Yeah, it's better. And if you saw the video about darts, when I was cutting the fabric of the dart, that's what I used to put it in to help me press. So that's the one I like to use.
Yeah.
Maybe I live dangerously, but I love using that.
Yeah, I love the big awl. I think it's like a construction awl. Like it just has a fine tip, but it's like it gets wide faster and it gets much wider. Like I think it's like 1/4 of an inch width. And then when you're attaching the buttons for your sandstone jacket, it like makes the hole right for the size of the button.
But like usually I use it just to grab little things and like turn little
mine doesn't work with those threads in corners that you like to pull out. Yeah, if you are pulling corners out, go check out the video from Heather where she explains how to turn corners.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Now it's my turn, right?
Yeah, your last one.
Okay, my last one. I love a good button chisel. So in Co Fabrics they have this one. It's narrower than the one I have at home from Clover. I like this because if you're gonna make a small button for your shirt, your shirt or something like that in your cuffs. If you're using small buttons, it's better to have a narrower chisel. So then you just like have your piece of fabric, your buttonhole, your buttonhole opening that you want to open, and you put your buttonhole on top of the piece of wood, and then just cut with a chisel. It's really great. Do you like chisels?
I don't personally like chisels. I know. I'm just too many things. I have a couple of things around me when I'm sewing, and I won't like get up to get knickknacks and stuff. So I just use my seam ripper, and I put a needle to make sure I don't go like all the way through. So and I'll do it with the seam ripper. But that's just me living dangerously.
You want to be wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my last one.
My
last one. I have wax paper. So that's a more specific thing to have in your sewing room. I like using it when I do muslins because you want to have more, like a lot of information on your muslin. So it's a piece of paper that has wax on it. So you get dirty like this, but you just have to put it on your fabric, between your fabric and your paper pattern, and you use your little wheel.
Rotary.
Yeah, and like you can see here, someone must have went over another one because you see the lines. Those are the lines you would usually see on your fabric.
Yeah.
So it makes like really precise information on your muslins. I wouldn't use it on your like your good fabric because it's wax, so it won't get off like that easily. But sometimes when you do haute couture and you want to put the information in the garment, you have like a third layer where all the information,
like in organza.
Yeah,
Would you
exactly. In organza, you can put, with wax paper, you can put all the information on the organza, and then you can put the organza with your made fabric, and then you can finish everything by hand, or you have all that information from all the lines. So usually in haute couture, you can even, I'm going like, I love haute couture, so I'm getting out the subject, but it gives you all the information if you want to make your garments bigger. If you gain a little weight, make them smaller, you still have the information of the garment inside.
Yeah,
so got off the subject there, but it's wax paper.
Well, if you're getting one more, I'm also gonna get one more.
Oh,
So,
she had to do it.
My favorite. This is like a hole puncher. I don't really like particularly attached to hole punchers. I just am attached to iron weights. They're just like, I don't know why I love like tools by the weight. But like when I'm putting my fabric, I like for it to not move like an eighth of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my fabric there, I put the weights, and then I cut. Nothing is gonna move. It's gonna be.
But then you have to
perfect.
use a rotary cutter.
You can use a rotary cutter, or you
Yeah.
can use the scissors. But like a good weight is gonna make your fabric not shift.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. They have like small iron weights, big iron weights, whatever your needs are, whatever the piece size you're cutting. I have two like I don't know what they are called, but like two iron weights for sewing at home, and I just like use them all the time. Big pieces and small pieces. Yeah.
True. So that's all for all our. We could have continue for hours and hours and hours, but that's all our favorite tools.
Yeah. What from these would you say are like need to have, or just like
a good marking tool for sure?
Yeah.
And something to measure. I love like a tiny something to measure that you can have like quickly beside you, just to check your measurements, even to
make a hole. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, but you know when you have your sewing machine and you want to make sure that you're really, if you're pushing your needle and you want to make sure that you're like a quarter of an inch or like half an inch, you can put it under your foot and just slowly put your needle down and see that you're like, if you top stitching,
yeah,
that is my friend.
Yeah, for me, I would say a good weight. If it's a can, it doesn't matter. If you like, but a good weight for your cutting. I don't really like those wrenches that people use, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And a good pin cushion where you can keep all your pins in order. And this one especially because you can clean your area so quickly if they fall. Yeah. I'm also gonna say this one.
No. You only had one favorite. That's it. That's all. So
thank you so much for
watching
us. Bye.